Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Solaris Fairy Astrology and Tarot, where I channel for you all sorts of psychic messages to help you in your love life using astrology, tarot cards, and oracle cards. Today's video features Scorpions! Happy birthday to all of my Scorpio babies! As you can see, they are in their wild habitat today. I hope you enjoy picking your pile so we can focus on what did your person think about your last interaction or conversation. I'm also having an extended, so if you want more psychic messages about your person, then definitely check it out. Today you have 3 piles to choose from. The first pile is the Blue Scorpion with the Ocean Tarot and the Tiger's Eye Crystal. Pile 2 is the Brown Scorpio with the Arcanum Tarot and the Golden Sheen Obsidian. And pile 3 is the colorful Mexican Scorpion with the Inner Hue Tarot and Aqua Aura Crystal. When you have chosen the pile you would like to watch, go to the description box and scroll down to where you see the timestamps. Click on the timestamp that matches your pile, and that will take you to your reading. I'll see you there. Bye. Hi Pile 1, welcome to your reading today where we are featuring Scorpions! Happy birthday Scorpios! I am a Scorpio, so I always want to wish you guys happy birthday, and I love all you other zodiac signs too, but I figured today is a day where we can celebrate Scorpio love. I love that you guys have picked this cutie pie. I love that you guys have picked this teal Scorpio with the scorpion tail. So cute. Okay, so we are focusing on what did they think of your last conversation or interaction? So your Scorpio is going to chill right there while we do the reading. It's so funny because you picked a card deck and a crystal, but when I started filming, there was this light that was like projected onto my face, and I realized it was because the sun is shining through this particular crystal that was on one of these card decks. And it's beautiful. It's citrine. So I figure citrine might need to join us in this reading today. Citrine is a crystal of happiness, but it's also the solar plexus chakra, which is all about empowerment and a little bit of money. So I love that. Also, the crystal that I've picked for you is this gorgeous tiger's eye. So we have a little tiger's eye, we have a little citrine. Not a coincidence that tiger's eye and citrine are crystals of November, because topaz is the official gemstone, but citrine is like a non-official, less expensive gemstone of November birthdays. So we got a little bit of that, and I always feel like tiger's eye makes sense because it's all kind of like that golden kind of family. Anyways, you guys have picked this really cool deck. This one is my Ocean Tarot, and I love it. It features mermaids, very water sign energy. We are in Scorpio season, which is water sign energy now. So Scorpio season can be a little difficult for signs that are not water signs, because most signs don't love going down to the depth of intensity that Scorpio can do. So it is a little rough, but we are all experiencing our Scorpio qualities during Scorpio season, even if you're not one. Oh, this one's very interesting. This one's an indicator. This one creeped itself in. This is actually a card for pile 2, but I'm going to keep it actually. I'll keep it, well, it's going to be in the past, so we will use it. And I will do 4 cards for the past. So basically, Scorpio energy makes you all more intense, more psychic, more emotional, more passionate. So enjoy the energy, you guys. Also, just as a little heads up, water signs are getting extra blessings this month, November 2025. If you guys are watching this when I'm filming it and releasing it, that's good. Basically, this is a time period where we have like 8 celestial bodies that are in water signs, giving a grand trine excessively. So extra good energy this month in November to Scorpios, especially Pisces and Cancers. So I'm loving this for you guys. A little astrology tidbit before we go into the reading. We do have Mercury retrograde starting November 9th until November 29th. That is a time to reconnect with past lovers, or they might try with you. It's also a time period of pausing and letting yourself reflect on things. And then we also have Saturn going direct November 27th, which is a big deal for Pisces especially, as well as it's a big deal for Virgos, for Gemini, Sagittariuses, and then again, super good for water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So that is a big deal where you guys will all be benefited. And whenever planets are direct, it means new beginnings, new forward movement ahead. So blessings. Okay. As I was talking, I did a relationship spread for you guys. This represents how you are thinking and feeling about your person right now in regards to what just happened with your last conversation and interaction. Actually, no, this is how you're feeling now because of it. This is how they are feeling towards you because of it. This is what happened in your last conversation or interaction. And then these cards represent what will happen because of it in the next 3 months and what would happen because of it beyond a 3-month time. So first I'm going to do something completely different that I never do. I usually always start with you and your side, but I'm going to start with what was the interaction and conversation like. And again, you guys get an additional card. This is from Pile 2's deck. You may be also drawn to Pile 2. If that is the case, there may be messages in there for you, but feel free to listen in. Queen of Cups, Scorpio energy. Yes, water sign energy. So the divine feminine in a very warm, loving, emotive space. I love this. Very evolved, very beautiful, very much a giver. I think this is gorgeous. So I love the Queen of Cups, and I would say that this is especially true for Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, but definitely applying for all of you in a very, very giving of love space. So I would say that you, usually divine feminines are the viewers, you are in a very, very beautiful, loving space. I will do reversals for the tarot in this section. I get the 3 of Spears, which is the 3 of Swords. And I would say that in this particular case, you might have been, or your person might have been sad or healing. It seems like you guys might have talked about a sad time or a time of grief, a time of heartbreak. You might have been sad yourself, or they might have been sad, but it seems like that was maybe a topic of conversation, maybe talked about something that was sad. But I get that you don't seem too sad yourself with the Queen of Cups. If they were the sad one, you were nurturing of them. If you were the sad one, you might have recovered from it, but talked about a past time when you were sad. But there is a sadness, a heartbreak energy with that. I get the Knight of Cups. Oh, this is beautiful. So while it's not a king, which would be the divine partnership to the Queen, I do feel that this seems like a pretty evolved knight. Honestly, he seems pretty masculine and muscular. So I would say that while it's a younger rank, it still seems pretty mature in the way that it's depicted in this deck. So I would say that your person was very mature. Shout out extra if you guys are both water signs, because the Knight of Pearls or Knight of Cups can be also Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, especially a Pisces. So I would say that like you were in an emotional watery space, they were in an emotional watery space. You guys were talking about a sadness or a heartbreak potentially between the two of you, or potentially in you or in their life. So it seems like it was a healing conversation because there was a lot of love, a lot of affection and kindness shown, a lot of warmth. With both of you being in your water sign energies and upright and evolved, and that's beautiful. But I do get the 6 of Cups. This is a card in reverse. So this could be something where you guys talked about childhood wounds. You could have talked about like times where you were hurt or sad as a child. 6 of Cups again can represent soulmate love. It is in reverse. Maybe you guys were talking about the breakup of this connection, or a breakup, or a time when you felt like there was soulmate love, but you guys weren't able to have it. But yeah, I would say it could be a sadness or a childhood wound or a wound from the past, this kind of energy. Because it is in reverse. If you guys have broken up, I don't feel like you guys would have gotten back together. But I don't want to negate the essence of the 6 of Cups, which is a beautiful love, a reconnection from the past, and, you know, an emotive love. So I would say that you guys probably didn't get back together, but you guys talked about a sadness and a heartbreak, but in like a very warm, kind, compassionate, nurturing way for each other, which is very, very beautiful. And I feel like the bond is there, though. The connection is there. And I like the two of you showing up together. So it does seem like that your last conversation or interaction was very affectionate. I wouldn't say sexual affectionate. I would just say like compassionate, affectionate, supportive, emotive. For you, how you're feeling now because of it, you feel good. Okay. So I do get, all right, so a couple of cards and they're all upright. I I get the Death card. It seems like you're very aware that you are starting a new cycle, that there was an end to something and now a new beginning. This is a Scorpio energy with the Death card. This represents a change or a transformation. So I would say that you feel that there is an ending. If you guys broke up, I would say that you feel, I don't think you feel completely broken up, because even though there's this Death card, this ending, I am still getting the Two of Cups upright, which is a commitment and a camaraderie between the two of you, a support between the two of you, and the Strength card, which is upright as well. Additional signs besides Scorpio that show up, again, Cancer, Pisces energy, as well as Leo energy with the Strength card. So I would say that in this particular case, it seems like that you guys feel still a strong connection with your person, a strong commitment, or a strong support energy, a strong like togetherness, I would say. It's a strong togetherness, a passionate one. Maybe you guys are holding yourselves back in some way if you feel like you need to respect or honor boundaries or try to be wise about things, but it's very beautiful. I feel like that you guys are, I would say, taming the dragon. So you guys are taming your lower instincts, or you're taming your more fiery, passionate side. You are all watery. So there is this piece, and I would say you're maybe in your feelings, then in your, I can't say then in your passions, because Scorpios are water signs that are very passionate, but I would say that you are in your feelings, compassionate, emotive, warmth energies. It might be that maybe you're grieving a death with the Death card. That's never usually what I go to. Usually the Death card is always symbolic, but let's say you were grieving, or you were talking about a grief or a loss. I would say it could be a loss. Maybe you could be talking about a loss in this connection, or maybe your person or you supported each other through a grief or a death or a loss. It could also be that there was a change that happened and that there was sadness from a life change, but that you guys feel like you're supporting each other through that. I don't necessarily feel like you guys went through a breakup necessarily, but I feel like you guys might have gone through a grief or a loss, or they may have gone through a grief or a loss, and there was a kindness and a compassionate sweetness between the two of you for this. And it seems like right now you're in a good place. In their side, yes, I get the Six of Coins. They are in a very giving mode to you. So I don't feel like you guys are in separation or away from each other at all. The Six of Coins, it's so funny because the Six of Coins looks so similar to the Six of Cups. I just want to show you guys. Look, it's like a mom with a baby. So it's similar, like you can see the card is like so similar. Even though the Six of Pentacles our pearls was in reverse, the Six of Cups in reverse. I feel like for you guys that you guys are having a very strong mutual feelings, mutual giving and taking, a mutual like nurturing and honoring. I feel like there is this. There could be a financial generosity that your person has been wanting to do. So there is that. And then I get the Page of Cups in reverse, and I get the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it seems like your person might be impatient to give to you, or impatient to receive from you, but receive like your love. With this, what's interesting is with the Seven of Pentacles, usually the Seven of Treasure, upright would be like a patience, planting seeds, building something. But with it in reverse, I feel like there's like an impatience. There's like a wanting to receive something right away or give something right away. I feel like that because your person is still giving with the Six of Pentacles, it's not like a stopping giving. It's not like they don't want to build it. I feel like they are building it. But I would say maybe there's like an impatience, or maybe they feel an urgency to keep giving to you. So there is this piece. So they might feel an urgency to give. Definitely a sweet support energy. The Page of Cups in reverse, though, again, it's like there's still a dynamic in this of a loss. There's still a dynamic of an ending. And it might be with the Page of Cups, they might think that you are still sad, or they might feel still sad, but it seems like that they may still feel like there's this. Also, I feel like with the Page of Cups, it seems like they or you might feel like, or they might feel like they can't give romantic love right now, or maybe they're feeling like you can't give romantic love right now. Like this happens when, let's say we love each other, but we have a difficult day, and then we're not in a warm, fuzzy space, but we are in a sad time, even though we still love each other. So that can sometimes be something that your person's feeling. So they might feel like, you know what, you're not in like open-hearted, warm, lovey space right now because you're sad, or they're not in a warm, lovey space because they're sad. Like, it could be something like that. But I feel like the bond is so strong, though, still with the Six of Pentacles. And maybe they want to cheer you up. Maybe they want to give love to you, or maybe they want to be cheered up and they want to receive love from you. But it does seem like the two-way street is still happening. It just seems like maybe there was a loss or an ending or a change. So there is this. I want to see, I don't normally actually pull them back up, but in this particular case, and I will take, no, I'm going to put this to the side. All right. For what's going to happen in the next 3 months because of this conversation between the two of you. Two of Swords upright. It seems like there's a crossroads. It seems like there's something that you guys are dealing with or doing that is like you guys are at a fork in the road. You guys have to make some decision or some choice. And then I get the Page of Fire. So hot, sexy energy. So where I was saying you guys are not in your passionate energy, you're in your watery energy, you come into in the next 3 months your passionate energy. So either you guys get the sexual spark back, or you get maybe your own fire back. If you were the sad one, you have resilience and you bounce back to a like happy, healthy space. Where you are now exuberant and bouncy and happy. If they are that, then I would say that like they can kind of come back into a fiery, happy space. It might even be that you guys have to make conscious choices to reclaim your abundance, reclaim your happiness, claim your fire. So there is this. So it may be that like you guys need to make like a intellectual decision. Now I want to say like as a therapist, it's very difficult if somebody is dealing with chemical depression to like make a decision to be happy. But I would say maybe you are able to look at things through a different perspective to be able to see the positive side of things, or you are more optimistic in some way. Like the Page of Fire is good. It might be that you make some changes which makes your life happier, or they make some changes which makes their life happier. So I wouldn't say that it's like, oh, you guys just choose to be happier, but it could be that you guys choose to look at things in a certain way which makes you happier, or them. Or it might be that you guys make physical changes in your lives to make yourselves happier, that kind of thing. And I get the Ten of Wands. This represents a soulmate contract. It represents a strong bond. It represents you guys kind of getting back on track. So also, if you guys had gotten off track, I would say that the Two of Swords is like you guys make a decision to get back on track. And you get your fire back, or they get their fire back, they get their spark back, or you get your spark back. So that's cool. I get Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy with the Page of Fire. So that is cool. And then beyond 3 months' time, I get the Four of Cups. There may be some boredom, or there may be a lull in the energy. The Four of Cups energy represents there could be a situation where like, it's interesting because when you look at her, she almost looks like she's crying. There may be more grief here. Maybe there is like looking at dreams that you have tried to make happen but didn't happen, lost dreams, or, you know, maybe it's that it kind of helps you look at how do you go forward in life now based on this information. The Four of Cups, it shows that there's this pearl that's being brought down, given to this mermaid here, that it's like a new blessing being given. So if you are looking at your lost dreams or things in life you weren't able to have happen or achieve in love, then I would say, or in life, then I would say that it's like a new blessing is being brought to you or given to you. So I would say that there is this piece. If you are bored or feel rejected in this connection in any way, then I would say this new blessing is going to help you through that or give you a gift in this way. So there is that. So let's see here. And that might be just kind of like the next kind of section of time in this connection where you guys are going to figure out like what do you want to do about it. But now I want to see what is it that they thought about your last conversation or interaction. So through the messages from Divine Masculine. Whoa. Oh, this one. What did Pile 1's person think about their last interaction based on these cards? I am feeling the pain that I've caused you. So your person might also have been feeling empathy for you excessively, or maybe guilty if they've caused you pain, if that was the Three of Swords, if that was the heartbreak. it seems like maybe they've been feeling your pain as well. So either they were feeling pain they've caused you, or they were feeling your pain in general and they were feeling extra compassionate for you. I've been feeling lost and confused without you. So your person also might be feeling, lost or sad if you guys are not together. If it was a breakup, or if you guys processed or talked about the breakup, or a past kind of like hurt that happened in this connection, I would say that your person was feeling very lost and confused. I feel like your person might be trying to find like a direction and try to move forward and not sure how to do it. I've been keeping my distance to protect you from the karmic. So I also get that, like, if your person hadn't talked to you in a while, they might have felt bad or guilty about that. If they were keeping their distance from you, and let's say that was what hurt you, or they were afraid that's what hurt you, I feel like that your person has maybe been keeping their distance from you. And I feel like that your person does feel guilty or bad about that, or wishes they didn't have to do that. I was blind and frozen to our connection, but not anymore. Your person's feelings were definitely very awakened, or they definitely felt very in tune with the feelings that were coming up in regards to the two of you. I should have listened to my heart instead of what I was being told. So it seems like your person feels like, wow, I really should have listened to my heart. Maybe I got bad advice from somebody and I really should have followed my heart. It seems like that when they follow their heart, it does lead them to you. I am grateful for your love and protection, especially if you were the nurturing one. If you were the one giving them a kindness or nurturing them or giving them love or protecting them, they appreciated that. So especially if they were hurt and you were nurturing them, they really were grateful. And your interests and hobbies aroused my curiosity to pursue them as well. You guys also might have talked about a hobby or a creative interest or something that you were interested in and shared it with them, and that they really want to pursue them as well. So you guys might have talked about some hobbies or interests, and they may be wanting to check it out or learn more about it or experience it. So I feel like that's how they feel about your last conversation or interaction. All right, how did they feel about your last conversation or interaction? I have twin flame, light side, shadow side messages. How did they think and feel about your last conversation or interaction? Light side message, I want the best for you. So I feel like your person really wants the best for you. They have a lot of love for you. They have a lot of compassion and empathy. They really want things in your life to be going well. And I feel like they really, really wish you good things and good experiences. Shadow side, I don't deserve you. I feel like your person feels bad or guilty about maybe what they've done in this connection, or how they've treated you, or how you guys have interacted, especially if you guys have broken up in the past or you guys have felt hurt in the past. So I feel like your person might be feeling guilty or have their conscience flare up right now. Light side, no one loves me like you do. It seems like your person did feel very loved in your last interaction, and it really put things into perspective for them, that they're like, wow, nobody loves me like pile one. Pile one really loves me. I keep track of you online. It does seem like your person probably was catching up with you over social media, or was looking at your social media or your stories or your posts. It does seem like that your person was definitely looking at what you were sharing. If you are not even on social media, they might have been like Googling you online and trying to see what you've been up to, or asking friends online what you've been up to. Shadow side, I am secretly heartbroken. Your person might be the one that is sad or heartbroken. They might be really holding and harboring a lot of pain. You may not know this, or you might suspect it. They may not have really shared with you verbally all of it, but it does seem like your person is sad. And if they were sad and you were the one nurturing them, they really loved that. They appreciated your kindness and your sweetness. So it seems like they were really sad and heartbroken as well. And then I'm trying to bury my love for you. Maybe your person, you guys had broken up and they are trying to move on, or they are trying to heal, or they are trying to, move past it if they feel like they're helpless and can't do anything about it. So it seems like, your person's really trying to, move forward in a way that really, I would say, really helps this connection. And then I am a better person because of you. It does seem like that your person knows that the help, support, and advice you have given them is really making them a better person and helping them grow and evolve. So it seems like your person had all of those thoughts during your last conversation and interaction. All right, and I'm going to look at some ocean of emotion before we get to your final message. And then we're going to talk about what we will cover in the extended, and I will have an extended for you today. So first of all, what did your person feel emotionally during your last conversation or interaction? All right. I feel like your person regretted the time period where they maybe have not been in touch, or the time in between interactions if they haven't been as responsive or available. It says, regret, I am filled with fear and doubt, and isolation, nobody cares. So I feel like they regret if they have abandoned you or left you for too long. It seems like that they feel guilty about this. They feel responsible maybe for you. It seems like they regret or they worry how you're thinking and feeling and how your connection is going between the two of you if they've had to like leave you alone or abandon you or not be in touch. So it does seem like they feel bad about it. Also, your person, if you guys are in a marriage or if they are married to somebody else, I feel like they have a lot of emotional burden or worries or anxieties in regards to this. So I feel like there is this. They didn't want you to feel like they don't care with the nobody cares. They didn't want you, and they worried like, oh my gosh, did pile one think I don't care? Does pile one think that, if I leave them alone and I'm not around as much that I don't care? I hope not. So I feel like they worry that you think this way. But happy, I want to make you smile again. I feel like your person has a plan to try to make you happy, to cheer you up, or to make you smile. That is beautiful, whether or not you're the sad one or if they are, or maybe you both are sad. But it seems like your person does want to cheer you up and they do want to make you happy. They want to make you smile. I get tame, and it says, you make me feel tame and free. So like this horse here that feels calm but also free. I feel like that, which is interesting because this horse is not free. They're in a pen. They're in a fence. So it seems like this horse is not free. And it's interesting. It's like the divine masculine is going up with the hand up, almost like greeting the horse or saying hello. And then the horse is kind of like chilling there. So maybe they felt like you are free, or maybe they felt like neither of you are free, but that you make them feel peaceful inside. So that's actually very interesting. So it actually seems like the artwork is opposite to what the message is. So maybe they also feel like that they are with you because they want to be. Or they might be afraid of being caged, or they might think you're afraid of being caged. But I get tame. Maybe you know how to tame, again, the savage beast. We got the strength card with that dragon in the your side there. Freedom, yes, exactly. It says, I'm ready to break free. If your person needs to break free in order to deepen the connection with you, I feel like your person would like to break free from something that has been holding you guys back or that's been holding them back. So your person was really wanting to break free, and maybe they want to be free so they can be with you, tame and, cozy. So there is this. And then I get nervous. My anxiety is worse than ever before. I'm constantly worried and insecure. So your person's felt worried, nervous, insecure, and anxious. So I feel like, yeah, your person's worried and a little worked up. So there is that. They might be scared to become free. They might be happy to be tame with you. And I feel like they might regret having to have space in between conversations if that's something that they have had to do. All right, so for your final message, I have 4 decks that are all about how they were thinking and feeling about your last conversation. So I have Journey of Love and Journey of Love 2. I'm going to make 3 interactive piles. And you can pick the pile that you are drawn to the most, and that will be your message in regards to your situation with your person today. I'll even give 2. This is going to be a little long because I want to be able to go in depth for each pile. And, 3 Stellar Energy Oracles. All right, 2 Untold Truths of the Heart. 3. All right, we want 3 Untold Truths of the Heart. And the Hermit. All right. So for pile 1, I have this beautiful purple amethyst. So if you are drawn to amethyst, pile 1 might be for you. For pile 2, I'm symbolizing it with this beautiful pink crystal, this beautiful pink quartz. And for pile 3, I'm going to symbolize it with this Larimar. So feel free to pick pile 1, 2, or 3. Pick the pile that you feel drawn to the most, and if you need more time to pick your pile, feel free to pause the video and then unpause the video whenever you're ready. Okay guys, well first of all, thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes, and your hypes. I appreciate all of that very much. If you guys have not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. And also, thank you guys for watching my ads for 30 seconds on silent while you do something else and they play in the background. And then after 30 seconds, press skip, which returns you right back to this video. Thank you also for your donations. If you want to donate to the channel, it helps me buy cute little scorpions and crystals and cards for you. Thank you very much for everybody that's donated in the past. And if you want to donate, feel free to scroll down in the description box and you'll find my PayPal, my Venmo, and my super thanks button. So thank you guys for that. As well as if you guys would like a private reading, my website is fairyastrology.com. You can go on it to read all the details about how I can give you a reading in regards to your person or love or anything else. And I am here for you. I do it over video call or phone call, and I am so happy to help you. All right, guys, well, back to your final message. For those of you who have picked this amethyst, your person, I promise I'll never let go infinite. Your person is like there for you infinity. I feel like your person wants to just let you know that no matter what has happened between you guys in the past, whatever has happened, they always want to be there for you. They always want to support you and give you kindness and love, and they always want to just hold on to you and hold your hand. Your person might have touch love language being strong, and they might really focus a lot on being able to give you this kind of love, this kind of physical support. I love infinity. That's the number 8. I also get the number 1. So I get this for you. And then karma, how could we do this? So your person also might feel guilty if you guys had treated each other badly in the past, or if they've done something to hurt you, or if the two of you guys have done something to hurt somebody else. It seems like maybe they are very focused on their karma right now, or the karma of this connection. Also, it seems like maybe they are focused a lot on what has happened between the two of you and how it's affected you guys emotionally, or has it really created bad things. I get 37, so 37 years old, or March 7th, or July 3rd. So I get that as well. And then I get restoring balance, parting ways, and hidden motives. So it seems like your person really wants to restore balance between the two of you, especially if you guys have had to part ways. So I feel like they definitely want to help heal you from any heartbreak that you've gone through. And hidden motives. So it seems like they might have a hidden motive of trying to restore balance between you guys if you guys had broken up or parted ways. I do get with the Libra energy, with the balance card, there is this. Your person also might wear a mask and not always love to be emotionally vulnerable with you. I do feel that your person has had to set some strong boundaries in the past where it says no, drawing the line, and I feel like maybe your person feels bad about that, but also felt like they were necessary. But I also get unconditional love, which is innocence, support with their whole heart. So I also feel like they want to support you with their whole heart, even if they've had to or have to draw boundaries. So there is this. And they also want to purify out anything that has been negative that has happened between the two of you based on their actions or based on something that they have done or said. So it says purge, healing, and clean energy. So I also feel like your person really wants to heal and wants to heal your energy, or wants a cleansing in this connection. Do you even see me that way? And now is not the time. I also get the number 7. So the 7th of the month is also very important. And we got that twice with the 37. So it says now is not the time, but do you even see me that way? So your person also might have worries or insecurities about, do you still like them? Are you still interested in them romantically? Do you still see them as a person that could give you all the love and take care of you in all the ways, even in their boundaries? And with now is not the time, I feel like your person is also feeling like, I don't know if I can always be there for you. And I feel like your person feels guilty about that. All right, so for those of you who have picked this pink crystal, your person feels about your last interaction. I get, I could be your hero, baby. Your person definitely wants to be your hero. I get very Leo energy here, and I get the number 6. So June, or the 6th of the month, is very important in this connection. I'm also getting this love scares me, 6/11. So June 11th or November 6th. It says your person is very scared of love, but they still want to be your hero. So there is definitely some of this energy here as well. I also get frozen, silence, stillness, no words. Your person, again, there may have been a long time since your last conversation, and so they might be feeling bad about that. I do feel like your person wants to come in and give to you, though. Running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. Your person feels bad if they've had to run or ghost you in the past, and if they have had to, you know, kind of like be avoidant. Because this love scares me, frozen, and running. Your person wants to be a hero, but they might actually feel guilty if they feel like, or they might judge themselves as being a coward. So your person might feel guilty and might feel like, oh my gosh, I was a coward. And they might feel bad, feeling like I had to run from this connection because it was so scary. And now there is some frozen stillness. Letting go, releasing, walking away, and moving on. I feel like if your person did break up with you, or if you guys broke up and you guys talked about it, they feel guilty about that. I feel like your person might feel like, you know what, I feel bad for like walking away, letting go, and moving on. This pile seems a lot more like maybe you guys had broken up in the past and that was the conversation, and this pile seems a lot more like maybe they will like always be there for you and forever love you even if they're not always available. They always want to support you. This one, I get Libra energy as well that shows up with poetic justice. Both piles though show up with karma and wanting to do the right thing and not wanting to hurt you or anyone. So there is this, and it says fairness, balance, and karma. So both piles are worried about karma and wants to do the right thing. I get sweet dreams. This is a Pisces energy that shows up, as well as your person might be having dreams about you. For you guys, also another scenario is you guys might have had your last interaction might have been in a dream. So it might be that the last time your person has interacted with you or talked to you might have been in a dream that you had in the 5D or that they might have had. I get true love. It does seem like your person does feel like they deeply love you a lot. Also, you might be a couple that looks like this as well, but you don't have to be. But yeah, your person definitely feels like true love and feels like you would be a dream. I feel like, would you say yes? Insecurity and journey of love union. So this card is the front, forwards, and backs, which is a twin flame card. I get the 11, so November is strong in this pile. I get 35, so 35 years old, as well as March 5th, or the 3rd or the 5th of the month, or the 11th of the month. I do get that your person does want to unite with you. I feel like your person might want to get back together, but are afraid if you would say yes or not. And it seems like that with this, it's like they want to get back together into a union, but they're a little, because they have true love for you, but they're a little bit afraid if they do that, would you turn them down or reject them? And that might be that 4 of Cups. There may be like a worry about like a rejection energy going on in this connection. Then I get for you guys who have picked this Larimar. So I get for you guys, I still don't have all the answers. I get the number 2, so February or the 2nd. So your person still doesn't have all the answers. They still might not know exactly what to do. Also, if you ask them for advice during your last interaction or conversation, they may not have had an answer for you, or they might not have known like what to say or what to advise you about, or they may not know how to answer your question. I want you to choose. So maybe they don't have an answer, but they want you to choose. So there is this energy. Then I get nourish, self-harmony, soul growth, and comfort. So yes, your person might be really receiving all of your love and nourishment, or they may want to nourish you. We got that 6 of Pentacles. So there is this. So definitely like a love between the two of you, a comfort and a harmony, which is beautiful. I get chemistry, spark, passion, desire, and I get that that's coming in very quickly. So I feel like for this pile, you guys will get your spark back maybe quicker than the other two, but definitely I feel like you guys are going to get your spark back, which is great. And shattered, damaged, broken hearted, and destroyed. Yes, because your person is secretly heartbroken. So your person might be actually a little more depressed than the other two piles. So they might be very heartbroken, especially if you guys have broken up. And then I get balancing act. All 3 piles have gotten the card about balance and karma, as well as Libra energy. So that is strong here. So I feel like your person wants to balance being sad and heartbroken and shattered with being able to get their spark back. But I also feel like your person might be very stubborn. I get standing firm. Both you and this pile are kind of ones in regards to like boundaries and feeling pretty stubborn about some things. So there is that. Then I get mirrored souls. So I get a twin flame energy for your piles here, which is strong. So I do get that your person feels like you're mirroring each other. So you probably both feel the same feelings. Then I get beauty, 20, the 20th of the month or 20 years old. It says everything about you is perfect to me. So they think you're absolutely stunning, very physically beautiful, but also a beautiful soul. And I get, I'm so cold without you, warmth. Yes, because they are lost and confused without you. And I get the number 12. So the 12th of the month or December or February 1st or January 2nd. So your person feels lost and confused without you and wants your nourishing, wants your love, might feel afraid to take it or not know how to take it, but definitely seems very drawn to you. All right, you guys, that is what I have for your final message. And now we're going to focus on what we will cover in the extended. All right, guys, so in regards to the extended, I have more in regards to their mysterious heart. What do they think about you late last night? Chocolate candy kisses. What do they think and feel about you? Advice for you in regards to your person from the Cosmic Cat Oracle, as well as every video during Scorpio season. We'll have a little extra Scorpio spice where we have an 18+ deck about their sexual fantasy for you. So if you guys would like to come join me in the extended now, you guys are the Blue Scorpion, and I will see you guys there. If you're not joining me, no worries. I will see you guys next time in another video, in a private reading, in the archives, or in the comments. I'll see you guys later. Bye! Hi Pile 2, welcome to your Scorpio video today. You guys have picked this cute brown Scorpio. I love him. And this video is all about what did they think about your last conversation or your last interaction together. Just as a super cute little gratuitous hug for you guys. I feel like your person is, doesn't want to see something. Okay, I was gonna have him hug you, but it seems like your person is a little scared. Maybe it's a little bashful, Scorpio. And I love the tails, super adorable. So I love that you guys have picked this one. He's gonna hang out with us while we channel. And you guys have picked the Arcanum Tarot. And you guys have picked this very beautiful golden sheen obsidian. So I'm going to check to see a little relationship spread while I wish my Scorpios a happy birthday. I know that during different times in the year, I've given some animals to represent the time. So like during Taurus season, we had the little Taurus bulls, which are very cute. But since I am a Scorpio, I wanted to celebrate myself and fellow Scorpios with my little scorpions here. So I'm so glad you guys are here with me. Right now, I am doing a relationship spread to see what has happened between the two of you. What was your last interaction together? This is the past. So what has happened in your last interaction? Which, if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you'll know that I start over here usually on your side. But today, this time, I'm going to start in the past. What has happened before? How are you thinking and feeling about your person now because of it? Where are you at with it? And then where are they at with you? What are they thinking and feeling about you now because of your last conversation or interaction? What will happen maybe in your next conversation or interaction? Or how will they interact with you over the next few months? And then a final outcome or longer term? Or because of this interaction, what might they do ongoing? So beyond 3 months' time. So first I wanted to go here automatically, but I won't. So with this, let's see here. Okay, it seems like in the past, I get the 9 of Wands, which is the card about the battle being over. I get the Wheel of Fortune, feeling like maybe if you guys had an interaction, they might feel like it did not go the way they planned. It might not have been as fortuitous as they hoped. Maybe they hoped that something would happen, but it didn't. Or maybe they would feel like it's not the right time. Maybe you guys talked when one or both of you were unavailable or busy. Or maybe you guys or they were juggling things. Because I'm getting with the 9 of Wands, this is a card about the battle being over. So if there was a struggle or a conflict, it's done. Or maybe you guys didn't even have a struggle or a conflict, or maybe the struggle or conflict was the work schedule. Because with the Wheel of Fortune, I get that this is a card in reverse where it's like maybe a time period where things were like you guys wanted to talk about stuff, but it wasn't the right timing, or they had to work, or you had to work, or you guys were rushed, or like something happened. And it seems like things went in a way where they weren't really happy with how it went. I get the 10 of Cups in reverse. So either you guys were talking about a sad thing that now is over, or they were talking, or they were very like displeased or unhappy with how the conversation went. So the 10 of Cups usually upright is about family dynamics, feeling loved, feeling happy. But with it in reverse, it's like your person was feeling like, I don't know if it worked out the way I was hoping. I feel like your person made some plans and they were going to say or do something. And then it kind of went haywire a little bit. This is how it goes for you. So upright, reversed, reversed. Okay. So there is this. Now, how do you feel like things are between the two of you now because of it? I get the 5 of Wands, I get the 5 of Cups, and I get the 9 of Pentacles. So for you, you might be frustrated or irritated or maybe a little angry with the way things went. The 5 of Wands can be an anger, it can be a conflict, it can be a disagreement. I get the 5 of Cups, which represents feeling sad or disappointed about something. So maybe you both were disappointed with the way things went. Maybe you guys said things you guys didn't want to say, or you wanted to say something else but you didn't get to. This is kind of like a sadness, disappointment, and this is kind of like an anger or a conflict or a fighting. So you might be like that. Another scenario that I'm getting is you might also feel like you are maybe like needing to fight for your person or fight for this connection or advocate for yourself, or maybe you feel like now you want to talk about sadness and anger and conflict, or you want to talk about the more difficult, dicier nuances of connections. The 9 of Pentacles in reverse, it seems like maybe you're feeling like you're not having a lot of money right now, or maybe because of this conversation or interaction, maybe you don't have as much money as you want, or maybe you are just kind of like seeing what happens, or you're feeling like, oh, I'm feeling a little poor right now. You know, you might be feeling a little less financially abundant. Also, with this card in reverse, it's a little less independent. You might be feeling codependent with your person or dependent on them, especially financially. You might feel like, you know what? I don't know. Are we in a situationship now? It might be that maybe there's something unfulfilling or upsetting about the dynamics, but maybe you're feeling like you guys are not really single, but not really together. So this kind of thing. So maybe not committed, but maybe not completely unavailable. So there is this. How are they feeling now that you guys have had this conversation? I'm getting the Empress, the 7 of Cups, and the Hanged Man in reverse. So however you have handled this, my darling, your person is impressed. I get the Empress. So number one, they were very impressed with how you handled it. Maybe you just have a skill at being able to talk about deep topics or difficult conversations, or difficult topics in relationships. They feel like you are a very gifted, wise Empress, nurturing, abundant, gorgeous, empowered, very gracious, somebody that is a prize, the ultimate lover. Dream ideal lover, actually. I get the Dove, which is peaceful. I get like a white lotus or a white rose. I'm getting the Scepter, which is like a wonderful, you know, ruling instrument. I'm getting the corn or the wheat, you know, so it's like abundant. Everything is growing. Everything is lush. Everything is wonderful. You are gorgeous. You probably look good in green. So it seems like that they feel like you are like opulent in all ways. And then I get the 7 of Cups. Maybe they have actually some fantasies about you. They might have a fantasy of being mothered or mommied or nurtured with the Empress. They might have fantasies about you being like a wife or a spouse or a partner. But with the 7 of Cups, they may not have, or at this point, they may not feel ready to, or may not have had time or ability to lock it down with you. So the 7 of Cups represents kind of feeling like things are in fantasy land, but they're not really grounded or tangible. I feel like they think you're like an ideal lover, like an ultimate trophy, the person that they wish would be like the good spouse, but also haven't really like made concrete plans to be in a commitment though. So I feel like you guys are maybe feeling like you guys are in a gray area in your connection. And I would say probably in a situationship. I get the Hanged Man in reverse because I feel like your person might resist being tied down. They also might feel like they are getting rid of or getting untangled from any restrictions that have been blocking you guys or blocking this connection. So there is that energy. So the Hanged Man in reverse, it seems like your person might want to like be free and like dance over to you. There is this energy as well. Empress energy shows up as Cancer, Taurus energy, Leo energy. So those are the signs I always associate with Empress anyways. So there is this. What will happen in the next 3 months because of your last interaction? Page of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and Knight of Pentacles. Okay, you guys are going to have so much enjoyment, fun, pleasure, self-indulgence. This Nine of Cups represents having like so much joy, so much like wonderful energies. You're going to feel like you got a dream or a wish come true, actually. This is a card of like bliss. And I love the Nine of Cups. She's just like luxuriating in like everything pampering. So I love the Nine of Cups. This is a card of ultimate happiness or second to ultimate happiness. It's not the 10, but the 9 is like pretty damn close. Also, you guys might have dates or go out with each other in ways that are like, yes, very, very happy, very abundant, very provided for. And then look at this divine pair. Like, I love this princess and this knight in shining armor. Now, the interesting thing is you guys are both young here. So the page and the knight are not kings and queens, even though they do see you as the empress. I feel like maybe this is the beginning stages of a connection, that maybe they have idealized you a little bit, honestly, and that they see you as like a dream lover, and that in the future, in the next few months, they can build something or grow something with you from the ground up. This might be a connection that in the past hasn't gotten off the ground, but now that it can. I'm also getting with the page and the knight, it's like you guys might be young yourselves. Maybe you guys are in your late teens, early 20s. Maybe you guys are young, or maybe you guys are, this is a new connection and you guys are freshly dating, or an existing connection, but now you guys are starting to date. Because look at how tangible things are starting to become now. So in the past, you guys have not really, things did not work out or shape out the way you guys intended or hoped. Then there's like lack of commitment, but yet still wanting this partnership. For you, feeling like we're not really together, but not really apart. And then feeling like maybe a conflict or a depression about that, or a conflict or a disappointment about that. But then look at how you show up grounded, committed with the Princess of Money. They are showing up, Knight of Pentacles, grounded, committed, steady, solid, building it. And it's so funny the Knight of Pentacles comes up. This is, both cards represent earth signs. It represents like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And the funny thing is, like, when I look at this Scorpion, I feel like because he's brown maybe, I feel like he's so earthy out of all the Scorpions. I mean, pile 1 was very watery water sign. If this doesn't resonate with you, pile 1 might be your pile if you're a water sign, or if your person is. This, I feel like it's brown, it's earthy, it's like a tree, it's like a rock. It's very like rooted, grounded, you know, of the earth, of the soil. And so I always see earth sign when I see this energy. And so I feel like for you that your Scorpion is very earthy. And then the fact that the Knight of Pentacles shows up, you show up as well. You're both on the same page. You're both wanting to build something and wanting to build something beautiful, wanting to explore something. You're putting in some effort. They're putting in slow, gradual effort. But again, both people are here that are showing up. The two of you together are like enjoying happiness and pleasure. And both of you showing up are really putting in effort and energy and collaborating and co-creating a relationship in real time, in tangible ways, in grounded, committed, realistic, showing up, available ways. So that's amazing. So if you guys have been unavailable, that shifts for both of you. And both of you are mirroring each other where you're both maybe not sure at the moment what you want, but then over the next 3 months, I would say it could grow, it could build into this, it could grow into this in a way that is like super healthy, super grounded, super committed, very available, very present. This isn't even like fireworks and like magic. This is like, we are building this every day. It's like very methodical, very grounded. It's a beautiful energy, and honestly, probably one of the healthiest that I see on this channel. So I love to see this for you. Beyond 3 months time, oh, here we go. After you guys do maybe like a slow burn or a slow build, I get the Ace of Fire, then fireworks happen and strong sexual chemistry happens. So maybe you guys are also deepening your friendship bond. Maybe you guys are deepening your trust. Maybe you guys are deepening the stability and the security between the two of you. And then it starts to build into like an inferno of hotness. I am loving this Ace of Wands. This is very sexy. And this is very passionate. This is also a new beginning. And I'm loving this for you guys. So this, I feel like, has very much a lot of potential. Maybe you guys were talking about things that didn't go well in previous relationships. Maybe you guys have been talking about past pain. Maybe you guys have been talking about like a relationship where you thought it was going to be the forever ultimate happiness, but it didn't work out. And now you guys are wounded warriors and not sure if you guys want to get involved into something new. But then you guys build a bond and a trust and you're like, okay, I feel safer here. You're building a safety between the two of you, which is like super great, super important. And I feel like that's wonderful. So yay, guys. I love this for you. So healthy. So healthy. I am proud of you guys. And honestly not surprised if you guys are Earth signs. Or if you have Earth in your chart somewhere, or if they do. Alright, so now I'm going to look at messages from Divine Masculine because I want to see what they thought about you and about your last interaction or conversation from their point of view. Oh well. Okay, cool. So, I'm liking all these. You're going to like them too. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I feel like your person's a little afraid of getting hurt, but I don't think that they're really afraid of you hurting them. I just feel like they don't want to be like brokenhearted again. But I also feel, and I feel like that might be a lot of what you guys were talking about in your past, you know, maybe like previous relationships that didn't work out or like past heartbreaks or something. I get the music that you've been listening to has been guiding my way. So I get that your person might be listening to music, might be listening to songs you've been posting. If you've like ever mentioned like an artist or like lyrics or whatever, I feel like they've been listening. Maybe they've been looking it up and listening to it. I feel like they've been listening to songs and lyrics that you've been like talking about or posting. And then I get deep down, I knew you were speaking the truth. So I feel like, yeah, your person knows on a deep level that you're honest, that you are wise, that you are not lying to them or sugarcoating things, that I feel like your person feels like you're genuine and sincere and authentic. So I think that's beautiful. This card I love. Going to communicate with you very soon. So because of your last conversation and interaction, it is impulsing them to continue to reach out to you, to continue to connect with you. And I love that. So your person wants to talk to you again and probably like immediately within like the next few days. So if not sooner, if not today, then like in the next few days. Reaping what I've sowed in the past, and it has been nothing but chaos and grief. Now, I don't feel like this is a majority of messages for you guys watching, but if I were to translate the tarot cards literal, without using my intuition, if I was just to look at them literally, in the past with the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, they might feel like maybe they've hurt your feelings or you've hurt their feelings in the past and that they didn't show up in the way that they ideally wished, or that you didn't show up in the way that you ideally wished. I would say there is this. If for whatever reason you guys have hurt each other in the past, I feel like your person feels guilty about it. They feel bad about it. It says, reaping what I've sowed in the past, and it has been nothing but chaos and grief. But for a lot of you, I feel like this connection is on the newer side, or at least the romantic piece is on the newer side. And I would say that in regards to you guys, that maybe you guys have been talking about like, oh my God, all my relationships in the past have been train wrecks. Or like, wow, I don't even know if I have confidence in my dating abilities. Maybe I have like a broken, like, part of me that picks the wrong people. Like they call it like a broken picker, you know? Maybe it's like your person feels like, I don't know, I've made bad choices in love. I've picked the wrong people. It's just been chaos. It's been grief. Maybe you guys had talked in the past in regards to like grief and, you know, loss. In regards to this, maybe you guys are feeling like, I don't know, I haven't had a lot of security, stability, or safety in relationships. I don't know if, you know, how to progress and move forward from here. So I feel like you guys might be feeling a little bit lost as to how to build a safe relationship. or them. And I feel like you guys are going to lean on and lean towards each other. And that's why going slow, building something over time is a beautiful thing, because I love how you both show up as like the knight and the princess of earth signs. That's like building something in like such a like practical, but really healthy, grounded way. So I feel like that, yes, you guys may have hurt each other. And for some of you watching, there is this scenario you guys are dealing with and they feel bad about it. But also they might be feeling a little insecure about, they're not really feeling super like confident in love maybe. Because maybe they've only had chaos and grief in the past. Having difficulty acknowledging inner child wounds. Your person also might have a hard time with healing, or a hard time with being vulnerable, or a hard time with talking about what's gone on in their life, or hurt their heart, or that kind of thing, or even how their wounds, their baggage, their past pain is affecting you and in this connection, and the two of you in your connection together. So there's a little bit of that. So I feel like your person might have a hard time maybe kind of like talking about what they've gone through. I feel like is the piece. And then it says maturing from my childish ways and stepping into my power. So your person, if they've been immature, is definitely maturing. And I feel like if they're in a wishy-washy, I'm not sure if I want to commit energy, they are stepping into a lot more of like a building something slow, solid over time, consistent, reliable, I am there for you energy. So that is good. So I do feel like they are maturing, and I do feel like they are growing up. And again, the growing up might be slow because they only grow from like a non-committal energy to like a Prince Charming, like a knight. So there may be that. It's not like they show up like as a king, but I also like that it's the Knight of Pentacles. Out of all of the knights, that's the best one to get. So that is perfect. And the fact that it's a divine counterpart to you, the Page of Pentacles, is very promising as well. And because it's paired with the Nine of Cups, which is pleasure and self-indulgence, but balanced and tempered by that pentacle energy both of you have. It's like pleasure balanced with wisdom. And that's like so good. So I do love this. So even if they're not the most mature, evolved, empowered energy, I feel like they are still a healthy, stable, grounded energy, which is wonderful when you're building something from the beginning. And then I get using divination methods to acquire information about our connection. So for some of you watching, it's literal, and some of your people watching are like intuitive. Maybe they are metaphysical. Maybe they are watching like psychic readings. For others of you, your person is maybe trying to get advice from people, friends or family who are wise to really give them some help or some advice in regards to like love or even this connection with you. So I feel like that maybe they're also trying to trust their own hunches or their own intuition or even dreams. So there is that, and that's if they're more spiritual. But for those of you, and again, they show up as like an earthy earth sign. So if they're not super spiritual, they might just be trusting like advice from trusted people. So there's that. Then I have for you twin flame messages, light side, shadow side messages, what they were thinking during your last conversation or interaction. Those. Also, just so you know, I don't usually take reversals for these oracles. And we don't have to, because these oracles have shadows. And the shadows, the pink ones, are like when they're dealing with like their more difficult pieces of their psyche. And then the light side is like, oh, this is a benefit. But two cards that do show up and flip over, which I will start with, even though usually I end with these in order. I will say these, and these probably go together. So two shadows that they were thinking of, or what they were battling when you guys talked last or interacted last. I'm focused on my career over love right now. That might be another piece with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, them showing up as the Knight of Pentacles, the Hanged Man getting themselves in reverse, getting themselves out of tied up energy and moving into maybe more of a more available, slowly building energy. I would say that their career might interfere with this connection or love, and they're reprioritizing their schedule. It also might have been that in your last conversation that they were maybe multitasking between talking to you and being at work or whatever. Or they might be like, I can't talk to you right now because I have to do this career thing. And if they have a habit of prioritizing career over love, they may have to do some reflection on that to see like, how can I maybe restructure or recalibrate some things in my life to really be able to have more of like a work-life balance for me to support my romantic endeavors. So like that. I found safety in the silence between us. This is so interesting. I always read this one way. Today, I'm actually interpreting it in a much different way. So I found safety in the silence between us. I always look at as I'm an avoidant. I'm avoiding being with you. And in the avoidant, in my excessive alone time, I feel safer than being close and intimate. Now, when I read this, I actually got a different download. I found safety in the silence between us is I feel safe with comfortable silences when we're together. That is a big deal. That's a different interpretation than I've actually ever gotten ever using this deck ever. And I've had this for a few years now. And I would say that's really beautiful. So I feel like your person's coming through slightly angled. So yes, I would say there could be a little piece where your person might avoid intimacy or closeness by kind of like, nestling into their career a little bit. But I would say mostly, it's more of a scheduling issue and that your person's going to actually fix it. And that I feel like you guys might just kind of blend your career and love where you guys spend time together and you balance your schedule, you make time for each other, and then you work hard and you both work hard, and there's that. You're both pentacles. But I found safety in the silence between us. I feel like your person is feeling like, wow, you know what? I feel safe with pile 2. Even when we're not talking, even in between conversations, even within a conversation between responses. Or even when you're in person together, having the silence and you're just sitting together feeling comfortable. So there is that, like maybe you're cuddling, but you're not really talking, but you're feeling like peaceful. Like that happens a lot, like when you're driving in a car together and you're just chilling and you're just enjoying the comfortable silence. So that's beautiful. And now these 2 light messages, these go together nicely. It says, wherever you are is home to me, and I feel your presence every day. So your person feels your presence every day. They feel very connected to you because they feel like you are like home. And it seems like that they definitely feel very bonded, very connected, very close to you. And that's lovely. Then I get, my childhood was difficult and it still affects me. And I got that message so strong. I feel like your person is, maybe they've never processed what they went through or their childhood. Maybe they've never grieved it with a professional or done some trauma healing, that kind of thing. So it seems like their childhood was difficult. It still affects them a lot. And I feel like that their childhood wounds, which they have trouble acknowledging, we saw, maybe is interfering with their ability to be close to you, but that they are going to try to work through some of that. As you guys develop more and more safety, and as with the safety, trust develops and openness and intimacy develops, I would say their childhood wounds are going to feel nurtured by you. You're the Empress. They feel very safe with you nurturing their wounds. Then I feel like you guys are going to create a deeper bond, and it's going to be beautiful. And then I get, I'm sorry for leaving you hanging. Your person might feel like the last conversation they had to cut you off, or they had to go, or maybe they feel like, I don't know, nitpicky with it, like, oh my gosh, I never said goodnight, or I never said this or that, or maybe they're like, I just never responded because I got wrapped up in something with work, and maybe you weren't thinking that they were going to need to reply. Maybe you felt like you guys had closed it nicely, but they felt like I never officially did this, or that sort of thing. For others of you, maybe they had to go quickly and they feel bad about having to cut things off abruptly, or not being able to be available for you for the whole time that they had initially planned to do it. So there is this, and then I get, you're always in my heart even though I'm not in touch. So for some of you, your person might have more space in between talking than for others of you. And so your person might also feel like, you know what, I am always thinking in such a sweet, fond way of pile 2. Even while I'm not talking to them, I always carry them in my heart in a sweet way, and that is very beautiful. So I feel like your person, and it's so funny, with all the energy I've been channeling with people over the last few years, I would say, your person's coming through with a totally different tone and a different energy. So sometimes I feel like people graduate from my videos when they find healthy relationships. And I feel like maybe if this is you, maybe you're breaking some of your past patterns and you're finding somebody that while maybe initially they come across as not being the most available, they are maybe more further along than others that you've dated, that they're going to be able to become available easier and better. And it's like they have all the clay to work with, which is good. So I kind of want to say congratulations. All right, guys, so now I have your final messages. I am going to look at what do they think about your last conversation and kind of what are they still thinking about this and you in general. Ooh, this is interesting. This found its way in. I am keeping it actually for all of you. This is beautiful because I do feel like whichever situation it is, whether they hurt your feelings and they feel bad, or whether they, just talked about a sad situation with you and they gave you love, but not commitment, that I feel like this applies to all of you. I do feel like for the most part, some details are different with your situations, but the tone feels very similar. Whereas in other piles and other videos, I have felt like the tone can be very different, like 2 different or 3 different scenarios per pile sometimes. And that's a lot to juggle in my head. But for you guys, I feel like that your person's a little more, and maybe it's like if they are a sign or whatever, like maybe like a little more like straightforward than some of the other piles or videos of piles watching. Maybe your person is just very like salt of the earth, earthy, but it's beautiful. So, all right. So in regards to these, I'm creating 3 piles. I have 4 decks. Each one of these decks are very beautiful in regards to what your person might be going through. So I'm going to do these. This particular pile, I'm shifting it, and there's a reason. Okay, these 3 go together. All right, so we have Journey of Love, Stellar Energy Oracle, the Hermit Tarot, and Untold Truths of the Heart. So I'm going to separate these now into 3 main piles, and then I'm going to make this be interactive, and you're going to pick your pile. So first of all, I'm going to put this beautiful brown, like your little Scorpio here. This little brown crystal here on the middle. That's why I'm having this be white, so you can see it. Because that kept catching my eye, and I was like, no, this one wants to be part of the party. Okay, and then I have a yellow one, which I've actually been catching my eye as well. I have this beautiful citrine, and I will use this here. Yeah, that's good. I'll stand it up so it can be, unless it wants to be down. Yeah, so we have the citrine here. We have the smoky quartz. And then for the 3rd pile, I want to put, I'm going to do a thunder egg. All right. We have this thunder egg. All righty. So let's see here. And I know they kind of look a little similar to you. So there is that. And then, of course, this is the card that goes for all of you. So feel free to pause the video. I will have an extended at the end of this reading. So at the end of this final message is not the end. You guys can always join me in the extended. And after this piece, I will show you what I will actually cover for you guys in the extended. So, but this is your final message for the interactive piece. Feel free to pause the video if you need more time to pick which pile calls to you the most, and then unpause the video whenever you're ready. All right, guys. Well, first of all, thank you guys so much for your likes, shares, subscribes, hyping up my video, and your comments. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you guys with everything that you do to help support me. Thank you for watching my ads for 30 seconds while they're on silent, and then after 30 seconds, press skip. It returns you back to this video. That supports me and gives me credit. And thank you guys for your donations, because that helps me buy cute little Scorpios like this, and cards and crystals and all that, so I can channel for you guys. If you want to make a donation to the channel, you guys can go to my description box and scroll down. My PayPal and Venmo link are there, and I have my super thanks button as well. So you guys are the best. Thank you guys so much for that. And I'm offering private readings at this time. If you guys would like a private reading, my website is fairyastrology.com. Feel free to reach out. I am here for you guys. I can give you a reading in your love life or anything else over the phone or video call, and I am here for you. All right. So for those of you who have picked this citrine, your person, I get limit. It says final straw, overload, breaking point. I feel like your person might be overwhelmed in their schedule right now. And I also feel like your person might get flooded pretty easily, and they might try to regulate their emotions during their alone time. So I feel like there is this, but I do feel like that your person might feel like they are a little overloaded with their schedule. And I get heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, and clutter. Your person also, because they're overwhelmed or overloaded by their life, I feel like they might have a hard time hearing their emotions, hearing their heart, or being able to identify or understand what they're feeling sometimes. So there is that. They might feel like you give them mixed signals, or they might give you mixed signals. And again, this is about your last conversation. And so they might have been very overwhelmed or overworked. They might have given you mixed signals or misinterpreted your signals. They might block their emotions or feel like, oh, I can't deal with this right now. I have to do this task. And I feel like they might be very cluttered or cluttered in their life. And then I get influences, dark attachments, and third parties. So for this pile, I would say maybe there is a third party going on. There might be a third party in your life or in their life, or there might be somebody from the past. I feel like you guys have talked a lot about maybe exes, or you guys might have an ex from the past that maybe is lingering around or might resurface, that kind of thing. We do have, I would say we have Mercury retrograde starting in like 2 days. So if in November we do, or you see, if there's like people from the past resurfacing, that might be a little monkey wrench in the gears, but I feel like you guys will work past that. So there might be some negative influences in their life, or they might not hang out around the best people. Well, they are thinking you're really hot. So where I was saying in the past that their sexual passion will spark up later, your person, it doesn't have to wait. Maybe that's your passion that sparks up later, because they are pretty obsessed with you and your body. This is the Devil card. So number 15, which is the 15th of the month, or it would be January 5th. And it seems like they are pretty obsessed with you. And then, you make my heart full. But it is very heart-centered. I do get that. I mean, the Empress is gorgeous. I mean, she's the hottest, no question about that. But I would also say that, like, it does come from also, like, a reverence and an honoring, which is beautiful. I'm not getting, like, Knight of Wands, F-boy energy. So that is good. I get slow burn. I'm getting building something over time. I am getting building a trust and deepening a connection as you guys go along. But I'm not getting like impulsive racing in there, leaving you. Like, I'm not getting any chaotic energy in that way. At least overall. I mean, I might get other cards that say otherwise, but at least so far. And I get you make my heart full. So it seems like your person has like love and kindness for you. Lasting promise. Yeah, I think your person sees that you guys could have a future together or could see something real with you. I love that. I feel like your person would like to see if you guys can build up to that or build up to this level of commitment. So that is beautiful. It seems like because of how hot you are and how much they feel in their heart for you, they definitely feel like you guys could work towards having a commitment or a serious one, which is good. The tricky piece is if they are being surrounded by people who don't have their best interest at heart. That can block their emotions and make them not understand their heart as much, put their heart in like a fog. And if they're overworked, they may not always prioritize love, like they might prioritize career over love. But I do feel like that even so with that like they still feel like attracted to you. And I get hidden feelings. So I'm also getting that your person might also like not be the most, I feel like they're shy. I feel like they could be shy. They could hide their feelings from you. And maybe they're also hiding them until they are sure of them. Or maybe they're hiding them until they know that like they feel safe enough that it's reciprocated and they don't feel rejected. But I feel like your person might be keeping their cards to their chest at the moment. But yeah, attraction. I'm drawn to you uncontrollably. And then karma. What have we done? So your person focuses and thinks a lot about karma. If there is a third party romantically, I feel like they're trying to do the right thing and they're trying to not create negative karma. They also don't want to create bad karma for like using you for sex or whatever. So I feel like they're very attracted to you, but they want to make sure that they're treating you right. They're treating you well and they're not like being careless with their physical lust. So I do feel like that they are trying to control that. For those of you who have picked this beautiful smoky quartz, which is a past life planet card, it's a past life crystal. Happiness is my priority, which is beautiful. So I do feel like that your person wants to be happy. Oh, back to this. Sorry, real quick. Back to this. I get karma 38, so March 8th or the 38 years old, and then 43, which is April 3rd or 43 years old. Now I'm getting 3, so March or the 3rd of the month. And I'm too afraid to talk to you. Your person has anxiety when they talk to you, or they might be, again, nervous or shy. I feel like they want to be happy, and they're maybe a little afraid that maybe, like, introducing a romantic partner into their life right now is, like, threatening their happiness. They just want to be happy, but they're a little scared, like, what if I make myself miserable, if I get vulnerable and, we get heartbroken or whichever. I'm also getting March 8th or August 3rd. Then I get apprehensive. Yes, I'm too afraid to talk to you and apprehensive. It says guarded, cautious, and afraid. Again, I'm getting 2 cards now that say afraid. I'm getting the 8th, so the 8th of the month or August again. So I feel like your person's a little apprehensive. They're a little worried, and I feel like they're nervous. I feel like there's that. I get avoiding, blocking, escaping, and pushing away. Yeah, your person might be, now this pile might be more of an avoidant pile than the others. But again, this is again just current energy, which we did see in the current energy. It's a little tricky. But as things progress, I feel like it deepens into something more safe. So I feel like your person, the key to them right now is to make them feel safe, make them feel trusted. For you, you also maybe not sure if you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but I would say that, yeah, your person might be avoiding or pushing away if they're scared right now or if they're anxious. But I get secret admirer. So both piles are like secret admirer, hidden feelings, like having feelings for you, but maybe afraid to share that with you or show that to you. Love letter. They might write you a love letter where they tell you that they are a secret admirer of you or that they have a crush on you or something. So they might do that, or they might have like written you or message you, text you or whatever, or message you like compliments and beautiful loving words, but maybe you've interpreted that as them being like flowery or nice or, in a platonic way, but they mean it more romantic, but they're not clarifying it so clear because they're still kind of hiding a little bit behind being cautious and anxious or shy. So it seems like they're not really direct and bold with it, but they might be like hinting and being subtle. And then I get strong bonds, but they feel a very strong connection with you and they feel a strong bond. That is beautiful and that is gorgeous. So I love that. And yeah, I get the elephants, which is like they don't ever forget you. So even if you guys go in each other's lives, in and out of each other's lives, or you guys weave in this way, I feel like they don't forget you, which is so beautiful. And then I get impatient, I can't wait. So I feel like, yeah, your person is feeling like eager, very attracted to you. I mean, this is a sexual card. So scared and avoiding you, but very passionate, very attracted to you. And then reconciliation. It seems like they can't wait to see you again. They can't wait to reconcile with you if you guys are in separation. And I feel like that they want to reconcile so much. And it says it's time to unite and work together now. And you guys do end up doing so with the Princess and the Knight of Coins together and the 9 of Cups, which is great. So that is wonderful. Just before I go any farther, I want to let you guys know with these, I get 25, which is February 5th or 25 years old, or the 25th of the month, the 29th of the month, February 9th, or 29 years old. And then I'm also getting for you guys, for these piles and this one, I want to give you a blanket statement of their light side energy, which snuck its way in, which says you are an angel in my life. And I do feel that these 2 piles absolutely feel that for you. And I feel like this one does too. So with the Thunder Egg, what your person is experiencing right now, I get for you emotional whirlwind. They are very affected. They feel very dramatic and unstable. And that's interesting. This pile seems maybe more of the vulnerable pile, more of a chaotic energy. They feel very affected by you and they feel very affected from your last conversation or interaction. And then I get established, family, triumph, and security. But yet, even in spite of the emotional whirlwind they feel, I also feel that they feel very established with you, safe with you, and that they feel like they can succeed here. Your person feels maybe a little more confident than these 2 piles, but maybe a little more chaotic as well. So there is this energy, or at least a little more affected by you or vulnerable to you. My life started when I met you, and I get number 2, so I'm getting February or the 2nd of the month. And I also feel like, again, maybe you guys met when you guys were younger, and there's been like some time that has passed between then and now that is, affecting this. And then I get, there may be a third party here. So I'm getting there is someone else. And maybe there was somebody else when you guys met initially, and maybe there isn't now. But I'm getting 32 or 23 or March 2nd or February 3rd. So there is that. And so this pile might be third party pile. And then I get second chances. Your person would really like to have a second chance with you. And I feel like your person is very much wanting a change and a transformation in this dynamic and in this energy. So they want a second chance with you. And broken silence. So your person is trying to break the silence. They see you as two butterflies together, twin flames, mirrored souls. So that is very beautiful. And I feel like your person, if you guys are in separation or not talking, no or low contact, I feel like your person would like to break the silence and get back together or have a second chance with you. This pile seems like it has a little more history than these two. And I get, I wanted you the moment I saw you, seduction. And I get 26, so 26 years old, or 26th of the month, or February 6th. So this pile is feeling a lot more passion and a lot more chaotic. And then I get partnership, it's always been you, and I get the number 2 as well. I'm getting a lot of 2s, so like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And I love that, and it says they've always felt like you could be the one. So this one has a lot of emotions to it, maybe deeper emotions than these two. Maybe this one has more history, or you guys have been involved for longer. So there is that. All right, now I'm going to focus on what I will channel for you in the extended. All right, guys, so in regards to your extended, I have chocolate candy kisses, sugar rush of love to see more about what they're thinking and feeling about you now, since you guys have had this conversation. More of their late night thoughts. What did they think about you late last night in regards to your last conversation and interaction? More into their mysterious heart to see what are they thinking and feeling now about you now that you guys have had that talk. 18 plus sexual fantasies. For every video in Scorpio season, I am adding a little Scorpio spice to your readings in the extended as your final message, where you guys can choose to watch or not based on your comfort levels, which talks about 18 plus passionate fantasies about from your person to you, what they might be fantasizing about in regards to you, which will be optional if you want to hear about the passionate side of them. And then advice with the Cosmic Cat Wisdom Oracle, where the universe is going to give you some advice about what should you do in regards to your sweet person. So I'm so glad you guys are here with me. If you guys would like to join me in the extended to hear more about your person and you and go deeper and have a little bit of a deeper look, to scroll down, you guys are pile 2, the brown scorpion, and I will see you guys there. And if you guys aren't joining me, no worries. I'll see you guys next time. I'll see you guys in the comments, in another video, in a private reading, or in any of my archived readings. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading today, where you guys have picked this cute, oh, look at kitten. Treasure's there. That's cute. Maybe cats are important in your connection. You guys have picked Frida. This is the name of this cute scorpion. This is, of course, a Mexican scorpion, which is very beautiful. She might be connected to the Day of the Dead. I'm not quite sure, so that might be a message for you. It might be that Latin or Mexican is important in your connection, or Mexico. So there is this, which is beautiful. I love her. She's very pretty. And out of all the little scorpions, she's the girl, which is cute. And I don't know if Treasure is going to let me put this on her chair. So maybe I'll just hold this for a while. In addition to this prettiest, most colorful scorpion, I want to, there she is, I want to say happy birthday to my darling Scorpio loves, because it is your birthday, and that's why I wanted to do a reading about scorpions. I love the little tail, so cute. So, Scorpio birthdays, I'm a Scorpio, so I always love celebrating Scorpio season, which is great. So I wanted to do something in honor of Scorpios with these guys. Also, you guys have picked this beautiful tarot card deck, which is the Inner Hue, and I have picked this beautiful Aqua Aura for you as well, which you guys have picked from the intro, which is lovely, and I'm going to use this to channel for you guys. So, and it's interesting I was mentioning cats, because I mean, obviously I have cats, they move around and everything, but I'm also getting that the card I'm going to put back in the deck, or maybe the indicator for you guys today, is the Strength card. So the Strength card is beautiful. It's about this gorgeous girl that is taming the lion, taming the savage beast, and calming down. I know Strength, they talk a lot about like restraint, which can be, and Leo energy, which can be. But I also feel like it's also about like nurturing and soothing something that has been, you know, in pain. So also you might be somebody very nurturing, soothing them in pain. And again, big cats. So maybe something to do with kitties. All right, so first of all, I'm going to start with this beautiful tarot card spread, which I always love to start with. It's a relationship spread. I want to know, what did they think and feel about your last interaction and your last conversation? So think back to a conversation or an interaction that you had with your person, and the tarot cards, I'm going to be able to take them. If they do show up in reverse, I will take them as that. But I'm going to do this relationship spread to see what happened in your last interaction. And we're going to start even here, actually. Usually I start here on your side, but today I'm going to actually start here and see like what happened in your last interaction or conversation. And then we're going to see your side, what you've been experiencing about your person since then, what they've been experiencing about you since then and because of it. 3 cards for what will happen in your next conversation or interaction, or like what will happen as you guys move forward or progress. And then what would happen beyond 3 months time. So there is that. So I always want to start here, but okay, this time I will start here. So I get 7 of Pentacles, a 2 of Swords in reverse, and Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so what's interesting is I feel like in your last conversation or interaction, I get that your person was not able to give you or offer you anything. So I get the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So it seems like they felt like they were not able to offer you anything, or maybe they didn't offer you anything. Maybe they did not extend a hand to you, or maybe they did not offer something. So the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. They also might feel like they don't really have the money or financial resources right now. And what's interesting is I'm getting the right now period of time, because I'm also getting maybe they felt like they could not progress forward with you at the time in your last interaction or conversation. I get the 2 of Swords in reverse. I get with the 2 of Swords in reverse, it's like your person felt like they had to make this decision. And I feel like maybe in the moment they felt like, I don't have anything to offer pile 3. I don't have the resources to give to pile 3. I can't make them an offer. I can't do anything right now. And they were like, they had to make that choice. I feel like for them, I want to say it was a tough decision, but I don't think it was tough for them to make it. I feel like it was tough for them to do it, if that makes sense. And then I get the 7 of Pentacles, but they feel like while they can't do it now, they're thinking about the future, and they're thinking, but maybe one day I can do it. I can make it. Maybe one day I will have it to offer. Maybe in the future I can do something. And I feel like maybe they planted the seeds in the past where they can maybe connect with you deeper in the future. So I feel like that your person was like, I can't do it now. I can't do it today. I can't do it right now. And I'm decided on that. I'm fixed on that, set on that. But I am planting the seeds just in case I can in the future. And I feel like this is the card of patience. Because the thing with patience is, I feel like with this card is they were like, but I'm patient to see if maybe it will grow. Now, here's an extra added detail. In this card, we have the phases of the moon. See what happens in 1 month of time. Your person is thinking, let's see what happens in 1 month. Because you can see the phases of the moon, it takes 1 month or 28 days to go through all of these phases of the moon. So I feel like your person's like, you know what, but give me a month. Give me a month to organize things, figure some things out, structure some things, and then we'll see. So I feel like your person is putting it off to the future. For you, and it's interesting because I'm getting this is represented by the cactus, but it's flowering. So it might be that they have to have strong boundaries or be guarded right now. But also the flowers is like, but it's not a never, it's not a nothing. It's flowering. Like there's a hope here. There is promise of a future here. It's flowering. It's going to be bearing fruit. Like it's going to give something. So even though right now they can't, I feel like that they are going to try to in the future. How you felt because of it, you felt like, yeah, I feel like you felt like your person was pretty distant, but I'm getting the all-knowing eye. So I'm getting you had a wisdom of why this happened in this way. And I feel like you agreed in part where you're like, yeah, no, that's a smart thing to do. No, that's wise. Yes, they should do it that way. I feel like you knew that their decision had to be made in that particular way for a particular reason. And you were like, okay, no, that's good though. That's good. They need to do that. And that's smart and that's wise and that's for the best. So I feel like you agreed. And the Three of Wands is also about the future. And I think for you also, you're like, well, let's see what happens down the road. Let us see actually what is going to come up. So I think you're like, yeah, let's see what happens later. Let's see what happens in the future. And then I get the Emperor, which is Aries energy showing up. And yes, I'm looking to see if there are other signs. It's just so far Aries, and we got that Leo earlier. So, and you're feeling like, you know what, you're prioritizing them, you're prioritizing their needs and their point of view. And I feel like you're looking at them as they are somebody that takes action on things. They are somebody that executes things. You see them as very masculine, and you see them as somebody you could be in a relationship with. And I do see that you are drawn to them. And I get the Emperor, and I get that you're feeling like, yes, you know what, let's see what happens in the future. There's definitely some universal truth that you agree with. You agree with the concepts. You agree with the wisdom. And let's see. And you're like, they will take action on me in the future if that is the right timing. I get Sagittarius energy. And then I get the Three of Swords in reverse. But you weren't sad about it. I don't feel like that right now. You're not sad about it. You're wise about it. And I think you guys are feeling like, yes, this is for the best. I'm not sad, I'm not disappointed, but I feel like this is appropriate and this is for the best. Your person right now towards you, I get Knight of Swords. I get the Eight of Wands in reverse. And then the Seven of Cups in reverse. So your person right now is torn. They are going back and forth between, do I talk to pile 3 or not? So the Knight of Swords represents communication. And I feel like on one hand, they're like, I just want to talk to pile 3. I want to communicate with them. On the other hand, I get the Eight of Wands, which is I in reverse. And they're like, I can't talk to pile 3. So on one hand, they feel like they want to talk to you and bring you news with the hawk, with the messenger. On the other hand, again, look at how they're like, I'm going to have to do some pretty adept maneuvering. I'm going to have to do some pretty strong acrobatics to talk to pile 3. I feel like they might have to find loopholes and go outside their comfort zone and do something a little unusual or unconventional to talk to you. And then I get the Eight of Wands in reverse, which I'm feeling like your person's like, but I can't, or I shouldn't, or I would have to go do a lot of tricks to talk to pile 3. Maybe I shouldn't. And then I get the Seven of Cups though, which is they're like, but I want to make things tangible. So your person is going back and forth right now. Right now they're like, should I or should I not? Do I not? Will they, won't they? You know, so I feel like there is this energy. The snake is obviously a sexual energy. Maybe they're trying to subdue their sexual energy right now with it in reverse. They're trying to not maybe fantasize about you. They're trying to be practical and realistic, but they're torn between talking to you or not talking to you right now. And then I get Gemini energy here. I get Aquarius energy. And then I get Sagittarius again. So with the Eight of Wands in reverse. All right. So what will they do in the future then? So I get the Queen of Wands, that's you, the hottest queen. And then I get the World. And then I get the Chariot in reverse. They may feel like as hot and sexy and amazing as you are, they might think like you're not gonna want to wait around. You're not gonna, I feel like they think like you're not gonna be waiting for them. So I get like, you're the hottest, most amazing, beautiful queen of fire. The queen is not going to wait around for me to get my act together or get my life together or whichever. They're going to think like, I don't think that the queen of fire is going to wait for this, this Knight of Swords that's not even, figuring things out or being direct. Ironically, you see them as maybe being your emperor, but they see you as being above their league or out of their league. They see you as a queen when they're showing up as a knight, and they're still prioritizing themselves and their needs. And then they're showing up on your side as the emperor, so you might be actually putting them on a pedestal they haven't earned. And also you might be looking at them where you're prioritizing their needs, they're prioritizing their needs, and who's prioritizing your needs. In the future, I feel like you do prioritize your needs with the Queen of Wands. And that might be why the World is upright and the Chariot is in reverse, where you're like, you know what, I think I'm done here. You might end it, you, the Queen, might end it with the World, and then the Chariot, where you're like, yeah, my person's not really coming forward for me, or I'm not really, this isn't really progressing. I think I'm going to go to like where things are a lot more abundant. And maybe you might also be like, all right, you know what, now that this is in perspective, I think that I'm done with this. I think I'm going to move forward. This was more of like a minor person in my life, and I'm going to progress. But with the World, I get Saturn. So I feel like you're looking for something a little bit more future oriented, and you might end it for somebody that's a lot more committed with Saturn. Somebody a lot more even maybe responsible. Somebody that has plans to be able to make things be tangible and grounded, which is good. And actually, interesting, I get the moon in the 3 phases here as well. So you can see that above the horse. And you might also give it like a month out of the 3 months and see, oh, is this person coming forward, let's say in the next 30 days, where they're like, maybe give me 30 days, and you're like, cool, I'll give you 30 days, and then you kind of wait, and then you're like, are you coming around? I don't know. And you might have a little, there's a fox here, so you might have a little strategy, you might have like a little like shrewdness, you might be kind of like checking up on them secretly on social media or whatever. You might kind of like see what's going on with them, kind of check back on them in their life and see how they are. But yeah, I get the World, so you might end it actually. And then I get the Chariot in reverse. You might be like, you know, actually, I don't know if there's a lot here for me. I think I might just kind of like go somewhere else, go somewhere that has like a lot more of like abundant pastures. I get Cancer energy, I get Capricorn energy, I get Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So there's that. Beyond 3 months' time, how they would interact with you. I get King of Wands, and here's your partnership. They might need more than 3 months to get it together. Maybe they're like, give me a month, but really it takes them like 4. They're not in a rush though. They're kind of patient. They're just kind of like negotiating with themselves, I feel. I feel like they're like, oh, just do it. And like, no, man, don't do it. Oh, but just do it. You know, you shouldn't do it. Almost like that. And then I get the divine partnership. I get the pair. So I get the Queen of Wands, King of Wands, and I feel like they will grow from a knight to a king and be your divine partnership. So now they're showing up similar to the Emperor. So they might take like more than 3 months to grow and evolve and get it together and progress and come into the king they want to be the match to the Queen. And this is the same energy, the King and the Queen of Fire. So there is that Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries energy, which again, fire sign is actually the strongest sign that is coming, which is good. So I like that. I also feel like your king is going to be watching for you. This fox is upright and alert, whereas your fox is sleeping. So you might be in a receptive state, and they might be in more of like a taking initiative state. So there is that. Almost kind of like your person's thinking, if I were to come to pile 3 now, I would have to like walk on my hands to get to them, instead of like walking full and upright and aligned to them. So there is that energy. All right. Now, let's see. So I feel like your person is kind of needing to be more empowered, but by being more like, I feel like your person might need to grow up a little bit, or, you know, come into more of a space where they can be a little more like, I don't know, ready for you, evolved for you, prepared for you. Almost kind of like they need to launch. If they're a Peter Pan, they need to become a like established, if that makes sense. Or at least that's what they feel right now. All right, now I'm going to go to messages from Divine Masculine, and I'm going to see what are they thinking and feeling about you since your last conversation, or what do they think about your last interaction or conversation. Wow. So that is passionate and powerful, actually. Your person, okay, so again, pile 2 is a little bit more of a slow burn. Pile 1 and 3, you guys are like all over the place. You guys are the powerful, like passionate. Wow, that's so much. So, okay. So what I get is, first of all, them being possessive and jealous. Cannot stand the idea of you being with someone else. I think they're scared they're going to run out of time and you'll just run off with somebody else, or somebody else will like swoop you up. You're like very like desirable to your person. So I feel like you're the Queen of Wands. They're all like, okay, well, like obviously nobody's gonna sleep on pile 3. Like, they're amazing. So they can't stand the idea of them losing you to somebody else. Also, this card fell out, which was also so beautiful. My love for you is eternal. Never forget this. So I feel like your person feels like so many warm and squishy romantic feelings for you. So I feel like this is beautiful. This shows like an undying love. This is very, very beautiful. I feel like this is a pile where your person really needs to get their life together and really kind of like get themselves like, I feel like your person needs to like make something of themselves for you or something. And again, it's not like me individually. I don't have those standards, but I should, but I don't. But I would say like your person, I think, feels like I need to do all these things first to be prepared. My relationship with the karmic has finally ended. There may be a third party in this situation that they are getting out of or that is over now. So if they are dating someone or attached to somebody, I feel like they are ending that connection or it's ended. I know that I am with the karmic partner. Okay, it might not be over yet. And that might be what they feel like they might need time to do. Maybe they're like, I need to have time to get out of this and end this amicably. And like, I need like a month to do it. But really it takes them like 4, 5, or 6, you know? So I get that, yeah. And that's why they can come to you like, you know, upright, basically. So I feel like, yeah, your person's like, I'm with a karmic partner. I know it's kind of over, but I know that there is this. And then please know that I sincerely regret walking away. So your person also, I feel like they're not available right now. And that's why they couldn't offer for you. And I feel like your person is like, I can't in good conscience offer for pile 3 and I'm not available. But like, I will try so hard and I want to be there. But there is this piece here. So right now I feel like your person needs to like straighten some things out in their life to be with you. But because they have that 7 of Pentacles in the past, I also feel like they're trying to plant the seeds so that they can come in when they are ready and when the timing is better. Then I get, and they also don't want to lose you in the meantime. That's a strong thing. And they think so highly of you and they have feelings for you. So there's a lot. This is twin flame, light side, shadow side messages from your person. What they thought of your last conversation. Shadow, I am afraid to open up to anyone. I feel like your person might go through phases or waves of not wanting to open up to you or not wanting to open up to anybody where they don't want to be emotional or they don't want to like be emotive. I feel like your person might hide behind humor or they are worried about opening up, being vulnerable. It's easier to be in a superficial relationship than with you. I feel like maybe the relationship they're in, and I feel like this is a third party pile for the most of you. And I would say if you guys are in third parties, if they're dating someone and you know this, it's easier for them to be with somebody lighthearted and superficial than to be in something so serious with you, especially if they are less forward in their life. Like especially if they are like not as far along in their life. You challenge me in ways that make me grow. So here's the thing. I feel like, and you might think, well, no, I don't think you think this. On one hand, I was going to say, I think you think you're dating down by being with your person and your person feels like you would be dating down to be with them and they're going to try to rise up to your level. And they do with the King of Fire. But I also think you don't look at them in that way. You look at them as masculine. You look at them as the Emperor. You look at them as hot and sexy. And they look at themselves as like a court jester. And so I feel like that's where you guys are misperceiving your person. I think maybe you see their potential and they see where they're at. And there is this. But you challenge me in ways that make me grow. I think you are a catalyst for your person. I think you are a huge catalyst in your person's life. And your person, after connecting with you and having this conversation and interaction with you, your person is like, okay, that's it. I need to get my shit together. No more excuses. Let's do this. Like, I think you motivated them. And I think they're like, I can't have this right now, but I want it in the future, and let me take action to do it. I want you to believe in me again. Yes, your opinion of them is very important to them, and it matters a lot. So your person is like, I really want pile 3 to like know that I can be what they want me to be, and that I can be the one for them. I can be that one. So I feel like your person really wants you to see them as like the ultimate. And then I can't admit that I'm wrong. So your person might have a little bit of like a stubbornness or like they might have a hard time taking accountability for some things. I feel like your person is like, I didn't do anything wrong with how I interacted with pile 3, and maybe they didn't. Maybe they did everything right. Maybe they did everything beautiful. And maybe if they did do something wrong, I think that they were like, that wasn't out of line. That was okay. I'm sorry for being critical of you. So maybe they criticized you, or they did or said something that wasn't great, and it seems like maybe they were critical, or maybe they judged you or something, and maybe they can't admit that they were wrong with it. And then I get, can you forgive me? Can you try to understand me? So first they're like, I can't admit I did something wrong. And then they were like, okay, well, maybe I was critical. And then they're like, but will you forgive me? So I feel like one of the reasons why in that conversation they don't want to admit to past mistakes is because they judge themselves, and they are afraid that it would create conflict, or that it would create something dicey. And they don't want anything difficult, or like, they don't want anything, let me find a different word for that. They don't want anything complicated. They don't want anything complicated, or to get they don't want to get themselves into a mess and then have it be all sticky and then be like, oh crap, what did I just do? I just made a mess of things. They don't want to make a mess of things. That's the thing. They don't want to get into something and make a mess of it. And I feel like that your person is also like, will pile 3 forgive me and understand me and like be there for me? Will they be able to understand why I did what I did? And I feel like your person, since your conversation in reflecting, has started being like, okay, maybe that was wrong of me. Maybe that wasn't okay. All right, so now I have your final message before I go to the extended. I am going to continue with you guys, and I do have an extended today. So I'm going to do 3 piles of 4 different decks. Wow. These have to go here, which is not something I would ever normally do, but I think like 4 hermits came out, so I will actually use them, and 3 here and 3 there. So I'm using the Hermit Tarot. I'm going to use Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle. All right, you guys are going to have a pretty long final message. That is the Stellar Energy, this one. The Stellar Energy Oracle. Okay. Only 1 needed to come out from there. And then Journey of Love 2. Only 1 needs to come out from there. Okay. But the Hermit and Untold Truths of the Heart seems to be the most. So it seems like maybe your person just has been having a hard time with maybe opening up to you since your last conversation or interaction. So there is that. You guys might have been like waiting for a while. All right. So now we're going to pick some crystals to go on these. So first of all, I'm going to pick this angel. So I have this beautiful angel aura. I'm going to use that to symbolize pile 1. Pile 2 will be this beautiful glittery druzy heart. And then pile 3 is going to be this beautiful rose quartz. So feel free to pick pile 1, 2, and or 3. I would pick 1 pile to represent your person because otherwise it can get a little confusing. And so pick the pile you're drawn to the most. Feel free to pause the video if you need more time to choose and decide which pile draws you in the most, and then unpause the video whenever you're ready. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos, for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Also, thank you guys so much for hyping up the video. That also really helps my small channel get noticed. I appreciate you guys helping me grow. Also, if you guys have not subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And thank you guys so much for watching my ads for 30 seconds while they play in the background on silent. That will also help me get credit. After 30 seconds, press skip. It returns you to the video, and then I continue on channeling for you like nothing ever happened. And also, thank you guys so much for your donations. That also helps me. If you want to donate, feel free to go down to the description box and click on my PayPal, Venmo, or Super Thanks button. I'm also offering private readings at this time as well, so if you would like a private reading with me, I can go deeper into your situation with your person without it being a collective reading, and I can channel for you based on what you're going through over the phone or video call. So my website is fairyastrology.com, and it's in the description box. Feel free to reach out, and I'm here for you. Okay, so first of all, for you guys with this beautiful angel aura, your person is feeling isolated. I'm empty without you. They miss you. I feel like that since your last conversation, I feel like your person misses you. So they feel alone. I'm also getting 0. So I'm also getting that they feel empty. I feel like that they miss you and wish they saw you. Judgment call. This is making them second guess their decision. I get the judgment call. They're like, I had to make this choice, but I'm not sure if that was the right choice. I feel like they are maybe going back and forth about it or not quite sure. So I get Libra energy as well. And I get depth. It says complexity, awareness, and importance. And it's true. Like they said that like you would not be a superficial relationship with them. You would be a deep connection. And I feel like that your person also can feel that. I get deja vu, past life, karmic lessons, and repeated patterns. So your person feels a strong past life connection with you. They feel like maybe you guys have, you know, a very strong bond. I feel like, again, they're a little worried about karma with both justice and karma here. So I feel like they're a little bit worried. If they have had relationships in the past where, let's say they were third parties and they left one for somebody else, they might be like, I have a pattern of relationship hopping. How do I do this differently this time? I feel like your person might be trying to see like, how do I break patterns? How do I break what I have done before? I lie awake thinking about our future. Your person has not forgotten about you. I feel like your person like really thinks about you a lot. So I feel like this is very powerful. And I get the number 4. So April or the 4th of the month is important. Seek professional advice. You might have actually been a catalyst to have your person go to therapy or to get advice from like very wise elders, I want to say, like very wise people. And then I get, I know you from somewhere. Again, this is a past life card. It's a 6 of Cups. So your person feels like they feel a familiar bond with you and they don't know why. They feel a very familiar, strong bond. For those of you who have picked this beautiful glittery heart, your person feels shadows. 27, this feels like torture. Your person is dealing with their shadow side, with their deeper, darker side. Your person, and we got some shadows over there as well. So your person is like, admitting that I'm wrong feels like torture. I don't know what to do about that. And so I feel like your person is really trying to figure out or like analyze or reflect upon the parts of themselves that they reject and that they don't like. 27, I get the 27th of the month, 27 years old, or February 7th. Then I get cold shoulder. Yeah, your person is really thinking about like, how did I really have to give a cold shoulder to pile 3? Maybe me not giving them anything tangible or an offer to them makes like pile 3 feel rejected or feel like I had to snub them or something. So I think that they are feeling like, uh-oh, I feel like I just snubbed pile 3 and that feels bad. Euphoria. Okay, chasing thrills, joy, and laughter. I feel like they have fun with you. I feel like the last conversation you guys had a lot of fun. It was very euphoric for them, and I feel like they really had a fun time with you. They laughed with you. They had a good time. Then I get fantasy, and it says dreams, fairy tale, and imagination. I feel like they might have fantasized about you very strongly, even if they felt like they had to put that on the back burner. I do feel like they did kind of have maybe a dream about it. Maybe they still have fantasized about it. And it seems like maybe they're like, oh yeah, well, I mean, pile 3 would just be like an ideal lover. I can't imagine pile 3 wanting me for real. So I feel like that your person might think that like you're out of their league. Then I get, if I ask you to stay, would you leave? They're not quite sure if they could keep a woman like you or if they could keep somebody like you. Number 4 again is April. April's coming through strongly, or the 4th of the month. I need time for me. Here's yet again another 4, and I'll say 444. So I'll say that angels are with you saying hi. Also, I feel like they need some time. And if they asked you to stay with them, would you leave? And they're waiting for you. Yeah, that's really what the 7 of Pentacles is. They're waiting to see you again. They're looking forward to seeing you again. And I feel like they have to handle things delicately. But I feel like they are waiting for you. Also 44, so 44 years old. Then, for those of you who have picked this pink rose quartz, your person, 44 again, you guys. I'm getting 4s across the board. So 4s are very important. So April, 44 again, 44 years old. Dreams, and again dreams. We got 7 of Cups, even though it was in reverse, and we got the Dreams fantasy card. I'm so proud of you. And dreams, I feel like maybe they have a fantasy that you would tell them that you're proud of them, or that they would tell you that you're proud, that they're proud of you. I kind of feel like it's the other way around. I feel like maybe they had a dream that you said, oh, I'm so proud of you. Or maybe you've actually said that to them before and they were remembering it. But I get tied up. Your person feels like that maybe they're like not available for you right now. And they feel a little tied up, shallow, superficiality, boredom, and blank. They might be tied up in a superficial relationship. So there is this. They might be tied up in a connection where they're like, yeah, this is just kind of surface. It's not going to the depth. Unspoken. Yes, exactly. It says regret, lost words, and disappointed. So I feel like your person feels like I'm not able to tell pile 3 what I really, really want to say, what I really want to say deep down. I feel like they feel unspoken. And then clarity. But they are starting to now get clarity based on what they actually would say if they were available. They also might be getting clarity in regards to becoming more available. I did get a lot of messages that you are like a catalyst for your person and helping them grow and be a better person. And it seems like honesty, intention, and truth. I feel like they want to live a life of those things. I feel like those concepts are important to them. And I feel like that they're going to try to shape their life in that way. 7, I think we should slow down. I get the 7th of the month or July. And I feel like that your person is like, again, 7 of Pentacles. Like, I think we need to go slow. I think I need to put it off in the future. I don't know if right now I can do this. You matter. But they're also saying like, but you are important and I don't want you to go anywhere. I know we need to maybe like be appropriate with the timing, but I also feel like I don't want you to go anywhere and you're very important to me and you do matter and I do care for you. I'm sorry. Yeah, and they're like, we have to slow down. I'm sorry, you're so important to me, and you matter, but I also know like where I'm at realistically. And then time to ground yourself. And I feel like they need to be very practical and realistic and ground themselves here. And that's another piece there. So I feel like your person is feeling this way. So now I have the extended for you guys if you want to know more, because I feel like you guys have a lot of information, but I also feel like there's a lot more to be revealed about your person. Okay, guys, so what I'm focusing on for you in the extended is I have what are they thinking and feeling about you because of your last conversation and interaction with them. So I'm going to check on that with Chocolate Candy Kisses, Sugar Rush of Love to see more about what are they going through now. Their late night thoughts, what have they thought about late last night based on your last conversation or interaction together. Their mysterious heart, what are they thinking and feeling for you now that they are going through this with you or have gone through this with you. Advice with the Cosmic Cat Oracle. And finally, I have for every video that I'm filming during Scorpio season, I am also going to focus on their 18 plus sexual passionate fantasies about you. So this is optional to see if you guys want to listen to that. I will have that be the last piece. So you guys can watch if you want to or click off if you want to, whichever you guys would prefer to do, because sometimes sex is triggering and that is no problem. So if you want to watch, great. If you don't want to watch, no problem at all. But if you want to go into the extended with me, feel free to scroll down. You guys are pile 3. You guys are Frida, the Mexican Scorpion. And I will see you guys there. And if not, I will see you guys in another video, in the comments, in a private reading, or in any of my archives. I'll see you guys later. Bye.